heading south out of Galesburg, Knox County, trying to find Brush Creek Cemetery, Cedar Township. Hopefully before it starts to rain. Oh. Holy cow. All right. Brush Creek Cemetery. Should have worn bug spray. Getting eaten alive. Well, the owner keeps it well mowed. Here we are, Brush Creek Cemetery. Very small rural cemetery. The owner keeps it really well mowed. The gravestones seem to be in very good shape. The ones that have fallen over, he has kept upright instead of letting them lay in the ground. Anna, wife of John Martz, died April 25th, 1871, aged 72 years, 10 months, and 2 days. Very nice gravestone. Long. George and Susanna, 1817 to 1900, 1824 to 1884. And Catherine Long, 1856 to 1918. And this one I cannot make out too well. I think it says, I can't make that out. Wife of something Griffith. Looks like died 1868. Hudson, Martha Long, wife of C.M. Hudson, 1858 to 1907. That one is completely covered in verdigris. I cannot make it out. Here in the corner we have again a stone that broke off of its base, but the owner of the cemetery has done a good job. Kept it upright out of respect. Castle, Reuben Castle, 1810 to 1895. Mary Ann, his wife, 1815 to 1904. Now see, that's respectful. Can't make that out. This one's been broken off and I don't see the stone anywhere. Can't make that out. There's some more over here. This, I can't tell if that over there is part of this. Oh, can't make it out. Broke off and fell over. And then another one over here. And there's one way off in the, almost in the trees over here. The top part is missing, and I don't see it around. And I can't make it out. I think it says, boy, is that Byrne? Ida Byrne, I think. B-U-R-N-E. I think so, and I can't make out the details. It's a nice stone. A lot of these stones are falling over, the older ones. Base there, stone here. Here's another one over here. It's fallen over. This is a nice one. Again, with the finger pointing up, I'm assuming that means to heaven. Can't quite make that out. Seems to be, what, 2, 3 stones over here that have fallen over. Infant, son of E, S, and L. Oh, what does that say? Williamson. But it's sunken into the ground and I can't make out the dates. It's an infant stone. There's another stone here that's fallen over. Another stone there, and another stone there. 3 of them. And 3, looks like 3 bases. Looks like there's another base there that's broken off. And over here, it looks like a collection of stones that have, various stones that have all fallen over, broken off, and they've just been kind of gathered here in this area under this tree. They're so worn, they almost just look like rocks. That's very sad. And this just appears to be a memorial of some kind. I can't make out any writing. Just almost a rock sitting on a base. Another fallen stone here. Carter, DSM. I think that's Carter. Died September 20th, 1856. Age 60 years, 5 months, and 19 days. No, 6 years, excuse me. Oh, young person. Another stone fallen over from its base, again with the finger pointing upwards. Illegible. I'm guessing in here there's probably, yeah, there's a stone in there. Cannot make it out. Spider nest, gross. Another stone over here. Yeah, That's illegible. Can't make that out at all. Mother. Cecilia Carter. Father David Carter. Williamson, Elizabeth Thomas. Elizabeth and Thomas Williamson. 1789 to 1855, and he was 1789 to 1865. I think that says, is it Nancy? Wife of something Williamson. More illegible stones here. Can't make that out at all. That's the base. I wonder if one of the stones under the tree belonged there. Another stone, I can't make it out. Sunken into the earth, another one. Very old, covered in verdigris. Something about December 22nd, no, December 28th, 1861 maybe. This has fallen over from the top. Again, this could use some grave cleaner. I will be coming back with some grave cleaner and hit a couple of these. I cannot make that out. I think it says Daniel. Daniel. Cannot make it out. John Turney, 1816 to 1899. Mary A., his wife, 1829 to 1914. And here we have Isadora, wife of W.E. Turney, 1861 to 1917. These are in excellent shape. Both of these. That was probably a really nice stone at one point. I can make it out. Leroy Turney, June 9th, 1851, died October 5th, 1894. And then the stone itself has fallen over. Let me see here. Oh my God. David W. What is that? I'm having a hard time reading that. R-A-M-E-T, is that? Ramit? 1809 to October 1887. Mary R., his wife, born September 3rd, 1819. Her 8th, died June 27th, 1889. I think that's Ramit. R-A-M-E, I think this is a T, yeah. Or is that a Y? You know, I think that's a Y. Feels like a Y. Yeah, I think that's David W. Rainey. Rainey, excuse me, R-A-N-E-Y. 1842 to 1904. Here's a fallen stone. John Wagner. Cannot make out anything else though. Cannot make out the dates. Needs some grave cleaner. I'll be applying that later. Stone that's fallen over. Let's see what this one says. Again, with the finger pointing up towards heaven. Pretty common. David W. Rainey, born February 1st, 1809, died October 18th, 1871. There's another one that has fallen off of its base. Paul, son of J.W. and L.A. Dredge, died May 6, 1895, aged, I believe that says 8. Is that months? 11 days? That's sad. I think it says Birdie. Yeah, feels like a B. I think that's son or daughter of A.M. and A.E. Simpkins. Died June 30th, 1872, aged 3 months and 5 days. So a little baby birdie. So this is Brush Creek Cemetery. I will be coming back in a few days with my grave cleaner and see if we can clean up some of these gravestones. All right, we're back here at Brush Creek Cemetery, and today is grave cleaning day. Brought the Revive masonry cleaner. I'm using it at a 50-50 ratio this time. Last cemetery, Humiston Cemetery, I used a smaller ratio and didn't get the results I wanted, so I'm going to use a little stronger solution this time and clean up these gravestones. Boy, the mosquitoes are thick today. It's like a dove. Pretty. I have like a gallon of insect repellent on and they're still coming at me. The masonry cleaner does the majority of its work when you're done. I put quite a bit on, 50-50% ratio, like I said. Scrub the heck out of it, put a little more on, let it sit for about 10-15 minutes. Then I come and rinse it off with water, and then it takes about 2 weeks, and it'll continue to work for those 2 weeks. And then the results should be kind of impressive, but you don't see instant results. Moving on. This one has got a lot of moss and a lot of mildew, but it looks like a really pretty tombstone underneath. And we move on. This one is in pretty bad shape. As you can see, it's tilted this way, so it's been exposed to a lot of the elements, and it's not really sheltered that much in this clearing. So it's got a lot of verdigris, a lot of algae. I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to clean this up, but I'm going to give it a shot. Well, we can make out the name, Margaret. And moving on. Make it out now. Let's see. Cassius Garrett. L. Garrett, died October 1st, 1870, aged, in the 15th year of his age. Okay, so he died October 1st, 1870. He was 15 years old. Rinse off my brush and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, another one laying flat on its back, broken off. It's been exposed to the elements for decades and it is absolutely black with mildew and mold and verdigris. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do with this, but I'm going to give it a try. Harriet N. Long, daughter of GNC Long, April 8th, 1853, 21 years old. This one is tilted an angle towards me. And yet it's still, you'd think that would have protected it, but it didn't. Again, it's black. But we'll see what we can do. Oh boy, that is just black. Yeah, there's two people buried here. Lucian and, I cannot make that up. Oh, it just says infant. Infant. And this one was named Lucian. Can't make out the rest yet. This might be one where I have to let the solution do most of the work, and in 2 weeks see if I can read it then. I do know now though that two people are buried here. I'm guessing two, obviously an infant and probably a child, side by side, which would be what the dove and the lamb are for. And I know one of them's name is Lucian. That's about all I can figure out right now. Keep working. Well, that is about all I can do at this point. Gonna have to let the solution do the rest. Okay, this is another one. It's pretty easy to read. It's covered with a lot of mold, but it isn't worn smooth. I can tell you it's David, let me see, looks like Rand, February 1st, 1809, birth date, died October 1st, 1837. Or is that an 8? Might be an 87. Anyway, I'm gonna clean it up. Now you can see it. Yep, I was wrong. David W. Rainey, born February 1st, 1809, died October 18th, 1871. All right, give it another quick scrub. Show you what it says here. There you can see it. And if you see at the top, gone home. Okay, I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it. Solution will have to do the rest, but this really came out clear. John L. Warner. Put a little more solution on it and move on to the next one. This is the tombstone that was in the far corner of the cemetery that I almost missed. And it's actually in great shape for having being laying on its back, exposed to the elements, but I still want to clean it up a little bit. There's some words down here at the bottom I can't make out, and there's dirt and mold inside of the words up here. So next, I'm going to run around the cemetery again and hit as many tombstones as I can with the solution. One last time. And I'm going to let that sit for about 10 minutes and then let it do its work. And then after that, I'm going to run around and rinse everything off with water. And then after that, it'll take about 2 weeks, even after rinsing it with water. Over the next 2 weeks, the solution will still do its work. And there should be an improvement over the next 2 weeks. So, well, that is it for today here at Brush Creek Cemetery. Spent several hours cleaning these gravestones, put another coat on every single tombstone, whether they needed it or not. A lot of these are in really good shape. They're marble or quartz, but we paid special attention to all the ones that are illegible. And then rinse them all off with water. And now it's time to let the solution do its work for the next 2 weeks. And hopefully when we come back, a lot of these will look even better. So we'll be back in 2 weeks. Back here at Brush Creek Cemetery. It's been about a week and a half since I was here last. And I'm gonna try to get as many of these stones that have fallen over back upright again. I brought some rebar with me and I'm gonna try to stand them up. All right, I'm done with the rebar. Got as many stones upright as I could. There was a couple that were just too heavy. Need at least 2 people, and I'm alone. So for the time being, they're gonna have to stay down, but most of them I got upright. Now we're gonna take a little tour and see how our tombstones look after a week and a half of the grave cleaner working on them. Okay, here we see this one looks a lot better. Some of the darker stains are still there, but they're a lot lighter. We can now read Anna, wife of John Mart, died January 25th, 1871, age 72 years, 10 months, and 2 days. Big improvement, and of course the grave cleaner will continue to work for several months, so if I were to come back in a month or two, I think those dark stains would be even lighter, especially if they were retreated. But that stone is looking a lot better. This stone looks a lot better as well. This one had some really, really dark mold stains on it, and you can see they're still there, but still a huge improvement. You can now read it, although I'm having problems with the last name. Rebecca, daughter of William, I cannot make that out, Etanlin, died February 1st, 1861, age 32 years, 1 month and 20 days. That stone looks a lot better as well. Big improvement in this stone as well. Margaret, daughter of G and C Long, died December 26, 1856, age 32 years. Great shape. There's a couple stones that I put up with rebar. This one, I put a little grave cleaner on, but I admit I didn't do as good a job as I should have. But it is starting to work. Put some rebar on the back of that. It was laying flat. Did it with this one in the corner here. Some rebar on that as well. So it's standing upright now. These are 2 others that I cleaned. They're both standing upright now with rebar. First one, we can see it says Cassius Warren. Oh, it looks like some of the mud ran down there. Died October 1st, 1870, in the 5th year of his age. And I cannot read the Bible verse at the bottom, but still, that's a big improvement. If I had brought a cloth, I could wipe off the mud that is smeared down there, but still, it just made it worse. Anyway, that stone's looking a lot better. This is one I cleaned up, and I could not get this out of the earth. It's just too wedged in there. I should have brought a shovel. That one looks a lot better as well. And here's another one that I cleaned. Fortunately, it's in the shadow right now. You really can't see the improvement. If it was in the sun, you'd see it's very white. But this is Harriet S., daughter of G&C Long, died April 8th, 1853, aged 21 years. Again, a big improvement since we applied the grave cleaner. This was scrubbed, and I applied grave cleaner multiple times, and unfortunately, I mean, yeah, it's an improvement, but still pretty much illegible. Lucian on the right, infant on the left, and I just cannot make out much more. I would have to do a grave rubbing. From county records, I do know who's buried in all of the graves in this cemetery, and I'm posting the names of every person buried here in the notes below this video if you're interested. But I'm probably going to come back at some point and respray this a few more times, probably with a pure solution, no water. See if I can get some results on that. Daniel C., son of J and M Turney, born December 26, 1850, died July 9th, 1880. And again, I can't make out the Bible verse at the bottom. I believe it is, but again, that turned out well. It's in the shadow. You can't see quite how white it is, but it's very white. This is one that I also cleaned. Paul, son of J.W. and L.A. Dredge, died May 6, 1895, aged 8 years, 11 days. This is another one I cleaned, and this one is completely buried. Without a shovel, I'm not able to get this one upright. But you can see that it says David W. Rainey, born February 1st, 1809, died October 18th, 1871. But that stone turned out really well. The grave cleaner did a great job on that. I also put grave cleaner on this one. Obviously this is too heavy for me to lift. Looks nice. Here's another one that I cleaned. This one is John J. Wagner. At the top, now you can see clearly, it says farewell. Really nice carvings here with the hand shaking. You can see it says died April 21st, 1869, aged, I believe that says 22 years, 2 months and 3 days. And at the bottom it says, the lost to sight, to memory, I can't make out the last word. The lost to sight, to memory, I don't know if one of you can make that out. To memory dear, excuse me, D-E-A-R, there we go. Lost to sight, to memory dear. That's a really nice tombstone, and it turned out beautifully after applying the grave cleaner. Baby Birdie's gravestone, which I also put rebar behind and stood it upright. That was in pretty decent shape to begin with, to be honest, but it certainly looks better. Birdie G, son of A.W. and A.E. Simpkins, died June 30th, 1872, aged 3 months and 5 days. Still not able to make out the bottom. I think it would take the grave rubbing. This was not engraved very deeply, and so it's worn off over the decades. This was engraved a lot more deeply. But a rubbing would bring that out, but that stone looked pretty good. That is it for Brush Creek Cemetery. I hope you enjoyed this little exploration and restoration of this rural Cedar Township, Knox County cemetery. And I thank you very much for watching.